Who could forget May 18th, 2024, Tyson Fury versus Usyk right here. El Nino de Oro. It's Jorge Linares, one of the greatest fighters in the history of Venezuela, who won his first world title back in 2007. Charlie,
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
Not too many seats to be had. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Right hand. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name? You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Good counter punch. It's all offense all the time. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
These punches coming from every angle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Linares in that last round.
Switch on. Switch on.
Here's the bell to start round 2. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Ready for that counter punch. A straight right just misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Lucky that hook didn't score. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
If you want to corner an outside fire, make them fight off the rope, because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. How about that time counter shot? The stamina is off the charts. Do you believe what we are seeing? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. The Venezuelan is rocked. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. On to the third. and shoot. Nope, that hook won't score. Beautiful counter shot. The straight right just misses. That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Jorge Linares is in some serious trouble. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Can't land that jab. Jorge Linares seeing cobwebs now. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Charlie Edwards rocked. No, and the Eagle finally goes down. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you continue?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Get up, look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Jorge Linares is in some serious trouble. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the... 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Both men getting off the kick. Time for the 5th round. Who do you think's got more in the tank, Johnny, as both fighters went to the canvas last round?
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
sure if I'd be taunting right now. Straight right just misses. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Defense is not an option for these two. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Back and forth they go. That big hook doesn't land. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Linares in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. On to the 6th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Good counter punching. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. Oh my goodness, Johnny! The Venezuelan is rocked. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Hold that thought! Jorge Linares seeing cobwebs now. Big shot, and down goes El Nino de Oro. And there's no doubt about it as we see it again. That body shot did this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me your play.
Talk about Linares in that last round. Here comes round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
There's a counter shot. Straight right just misses. Good counter punching. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Taj, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Miss with that hook. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. He couldn't take anymore, and Charlie Edwards goes to the canvas. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are ready.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Got to waste time. Get a step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to pop.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. So it's planned. And there's the bell for round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
The straight right just misses. That punch is beginning to take its toll. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That's it, a unanimous decision win.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no